Take two. So I just recorded a video explaining how the fog was lifting and Brigadoon was coming into sight after playing hide and seek with the planes. However, apparently I'm wavering between the two escape rooms, so I'm still playing hide and seek with the planes, but I'm just moving over into Brigadoon now. So anyway, my point is, let me try that again. I had an epiphany, and that epiphany is that the thing that everyone is trying to remember is that we are all solar-powered calculators. Now, I'm going to learn from my mistakes and check that this is actually going to record and save. Alright, we're good. So, we're solar-powered calculators, and in order for me to show you how we are solar-powered calculators, I need to go to Officeworks and buy a solar-powered calculator. So, I'm going to do that soon. But, while I was upstairs in that playground, I saw another playground over there. I think a squirrel must have run past, and I was like, oh, look, he's going to that playground. So I went and had a look over there, right? And in that playground, I realised that I had a fun idea for a ponder point. So I wanted to come on and make a video explaining what I want to explain. But then the squirrel left that, and I was like, hey, this is a fun squirrel. I'm going to see what he's up to. So I chased him, and then the third playground that I was playing in, I realised that the playground I'd just been in was a modernised version of the playground I was now in, and the playground I was in then was an old playground. So anyway, I wanted to read something to you that I actually had posted on Facebook a while ago, so I can find a time stamp, and the reason I'm telling you that is I have some advice for people who are journaling or just people who dump their thoughts in places on their notes or whatever. Always date it. If you don't ever need the info, like the date that you wrote it again, then there's no harm. But one thing that I think the reason I keep getting sucked back into old escape rooms momentarily is because I didn't date things. So anyway, alright. So my point is, I'm going to read you something, and then I'm going to go to Officeworks and buy a calculator, and then come back and make a video about why we are a solar-powered calculator. So, I just read this that I found in playground number 3 this morning. Stop being offended. Offended. Stop being offended. Why do we unconsciously I'm checking the bucket. Excuse me. Learning. Alright, we're still recording. Oh, my birthday, 4:07. Okay. I'm starting again. Alright, ready? Stop being offended. Why do we unconsciously search every situation for a personal attack? If we were to sit down and brainstorm all the possible ways we were in the wrong or being wrongly accused for any given situation, our list would be as big as our imaginations. It doesn't mean any of them are true. Our egos, flexible meaning of the word, I might mean something different than you do, so don't buy into that. Alright. Our egos have become hyperactive, overtired little children on a sugar high come down. excuse me. We are collectively emotional and cannot think rationally, and so have found ourselves in the middle of a reaction game. The world has become one giant game of dominoes. We are constantly triggering each other, but our reaction to everyone else's reaction kicks in quicker than the realization that their reaction was actually a result of our action. Just because you didn't intend it that way doesn't mean it hasn't been received that way. And just because it was received that way doesn't mean you should be offended. Hello, darling. It's time to stop the reactive cycles. But this can only be done when people are brave enough to look deep inside themselves and take ownership of their own actions. Yes, even when they are unintentional. Oh my God, someone just stole my saliva. My eyes are blurry because I'm fearful of success and blocking my own potential. Anyway, we'll just battle through this. Goodbye, chasing plane escape room, please. Then, this is such a perfect song for what I'm saying. I love the White Stripes. And then a reaction, but you can't switch around for your own satisfaction. At my reaction. All right. It's time to stop the reactive cycle. All right. Goodness me. My phone battery just got really low, and the warning message came on and stopped my video recording. Still fearing success, I see. And those planes are still hiding. Anyway, alright. We're just going to push through. We need to be willing to accept that the messages received from us are rarely the same as the messages we sent out. When plain Chinese whispers, we don't blame the end person for not getting the exact sentence of the first person. We don't scrutinize each person along the line to find out who is to blame for the mix-up. We just accept the nature of the game and often find it amusing. Life is a game of Chinese whispers, but instead of being amused, we are offended. Your life isn't about me, and my life isn't about you. We waste so much of our time assuming we are the main character in other people's lives that we are missing out on our own lives. We are like a market stall holder who keeps leaving their stall unoccupied while they go around telling everyone else how they should be operating their stalls. Then, at the end of the market, we're offended because we didn't make any sales. The words and actions of others are not what offends us. We are the one offending ourselves. We pick our own battles. It ends when we say it does. Oh, shit, dog. Alright, so... yeah, I'll be quick. Alright, this is what I want you to just ponder. I want you to imagine if the cells in your body stopped worrying about what they needed to do and started making sure all the other cells are working okay. So what would happen to your body if your cells were more worried about what other people were doing what other cells were doing than what they were doing? Alright, I will see you on the flip side to remind you who you are. A calculator.